Welcome back to Everything, the channel that explores a wide range of topics to broaden our understanding of the world. Today, we're diving into a subject that demands our attention: cluster bombs. In this episode, we'll be exploring the basics of cluster bombs and their impact. So, let's get started with Cluster Bombs 101. Cluster bombs are a type of explosive weapon that consists of a canister or container filled with smaller bomblets or submunitions. These submunitions are designed to disperse over a large area, raining destruction upon impact. Now, let's take a closer look at how cluster bombs work. When dropped from an aircraft or launched from artillery, the main container opens, dispersing the submunition. These bomblets are armed and released to cover a wide area, creating what is known as a strike pattern. Once these submunitions reach the ground, they can explode on impact or have a delayed detonation mechanism. Each cluster bomb can contain dozens or even hundreds of individual bomblets, turning a single bomb into a widespread threat. Cluster bombs are devastating due to their ability to cause widespread destruction and casualties. The bomblets can cause damage to infrastructure, such as buildings, roads, and power lines, while also posing a severe risk to civilians. One of the most significant concerns surrounding cluster bombs is the high risk of unexploded ordnance, or UXO. Not all submunitions detonate upon impact, leaving behind a hidden danger. These unexploded bomblets can remain active for years, endangering civilians long after a conflict has ended. Clearing areas contaminated with unexploded cluster bomblets is an enormous task that requires specialized training and equipment. Bomb disposal experts risk their lives to remove these deadly remnants and restore safety to affected communities. Over the years, cluster bombs have faced growing criticism and calls for a global ban. Advocates argue that the indiscriminate nature of cluster bombs poses a significant humanitarian risk, particularly to civilians. International treaties, such as the Convention on Cluster Munitions, have been established to address these concerns and promote disarmament. However, it's important to note that not all countries have ratified the convention, and some still maintain stockpiles of cluster bombs. This raises questions about their use and the ethical implications surrounding their deployment. That wraps up our crash course in Cluster Bombs 101. Today, we've touched on the basics of cluster bombs, their mechanism of action, the risks they pose to civilians, and ongoing efforts for disarmament. Remember, it's crucial to continue learning about global issues like this and engaging conversations that promote a better understanding of the world we live in. Thank you for joining us on Everything. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking content. Until next time.